holes, and we head to the 6th.
Big, long par 5 here at the 6th, playing 598 yards today. Up navigated around these fairway bunkers. The longest players can get there in 2. The second shot plays downhill to a fade type of green, left to right. Hole located in the back left portion of the green, 39 on and 7 from the left in this kidney-shaped green here. So see if IanPoulter can maintain his advantage here, but certainly RoryMcIlroy, with his distance off the tee, he's got to get one back. And he's got to get one back in a hurry, so this would be a good opportunity with his length off the tee.
The time is now, but first, Poulter on the very right-hand side of the tee. It's a narrow tee shot. The fairway pitches from left to right. Those mesquites either side. They form a narrow landing area.
That looked like the full treatment there for
it's one at 2.9.
Poulter.
So Poulter out in play. And it's time for off the tee with RoryMcIlroy playing a tailor-made Sim 2 driver with 10.5 degrees of loft. Third in driving distance on the season on the PGA Tour, and when he unwinds, he can flat out launch it.
Watch how fast those hips are. Generates all that speed, that beautiful kinetic chain of motion from the ground up, and then finds the rough there, looking pretty good down the left.
Doman Bermuda.
He's got 325 yards. It does play 10 yards down the hill here, and the pin is almost 40 yards from the front edge of the green, so heard the caddy say before, about 284, 85 to the front.
And typically very stout with a wedge, so just playing to a number to set up that third. And when you 3 up through 6, Steve, every tie is your friend.
No question about that. And this one right here, later in the day, if this rough was drier, he might give this one a rip up to the front in an effort to catch a flyer, but this is just placement right now. He's constantly putting the ball in play. When you're up, keep the ball in front of you, keep it in play, play percentages. It's a lot like playing blackjack properly. He's the house right now.
He is the house, and he's just keeping the pressure up. Now McIlroy looking like he will get relief from that little underground irrigation box.
Probably a pretty good break here to get a little bit better angle away from the tree that sits in front of him there.
If he draws a decent lie from 298 total, it's well within reach for him. I know it's just fairway middle, but just short of that par 5 green, there's a little downslope that kicks golf balls forward. The time is now. Time to make something happen. Force that fairway middle into position. Put a birdie 4 on the scorecard. You make Poulter convert with a wedge and a putt.
And this rough on this left side, being that it's in the sun a little bit, it's gotten a little bit, maybe a little bit more of the moisture out of it right off the bat. About 264 to the front edge of the green here, so well within his wheelhouse.
But the misses have been left. Last couple of holes left of this green is no picnic. Appeared a little late.
It was easy to get up and ahead of that one in the effort to, number one, try to draw it around that tree. Number two, try to...
So that match, Harris, the favorite on the seedings chart, 19 versus 47, Brendan Todd. Poulter the underdog in terms of seedings, but right now, he's in the pound seat. Hasn't been too much chit-chat in this group. Good buddies, these two. We're spending a lot of time together at the Players a couple of weeks ago. Poulter's all business.
Just wiping off the moisture of his practice swings here, making sure he has complete control of his wedge.
Whoops. Hold on. Maybe the door a little ajar for RoryMcIlroy. Team McIlroy looking a little flummoxed right now, Steve.
A little, but hopefully he knows that Poulter's ball is in a little bit of worry. So only 42 yards from the hole, just in the tree outline right now. See if he can scoot it up there. He has some room to work with if he has some sort of lie.
It's a pretty steep embankment right in front of him, trying to bump it into that. Crafty. How about that one for Rory? Just what the doctor ordered, and he'll leave himself that for a birdie. It'll be a slider from left to right, but it is for a birdie. 4. But now this ball nestled down ever so slightly in that dormant Bermuda rough. The 4th shot, a reminder, Rory on the green with a look for a birdie.
This is very delicate because as it gets on the green, it's going to want to funnel away from the hole.
Right, you got to keep still, please.
Just a little movement in the gallery, as has been the case over the last few weeks in the PGA Tour. 20% of the typical gallery allowed in as spectators. All observing COVID protocols and the like. But right now, RoryMcIlroy has the upper hand on the par 5.
Question. They're carving them out there. And there's certain players that play better in certain parts of the country, right? There's certain grasses. Bermuda grass. This is a little bit more dormant, overseeded here, but still, has that grain, that sort of feel, and so certain players really thrive on this type of grass. And
it's a beautiful tract of land that's in Austin, Texas. You get the hilly front 9, you wend your way in between the hardwoods, and you travel down the hill and you play the back 9, sort of alongside the lake, the body of water. So 2 distinctly different looks on this golf course, but one thing's for certain. It's going to ask questions of every department of your golf bag. This for the par 5.
He's going to rue that wedge shot if this doesn't go down.
It's a free putt, and he gave it a ride. You would think now that may be the concession, or do we ask him just for one, Steve? That looks like a concession. He's like, whatever, let's go to the next hole, Rory. So McIlroy, despite the match, wins the par 5. That'll do some wonders for the confidence. And he'll take the short walk up to the par 3 7th. Whew, this is hard work, isn't it? McIlroy 2 down.